This is the Elm Rochester by AE Maping. I'm wondering if it's supposed to say mapping, but we'll say maping. It is 206.22 megabytes to download. Now the description is a little bit long, so feel free to pause it or read it or check out the mod hub yourself and read it. But I think the idea behind this is they have taken Elm Creek, which is one of the base game maps, and they've edited it. So they've removed things, they've changed things, they've added things. Because if we scroll about halfway down on the description, it then starts telling us what things have changed, etc. like that. So to me, it's telling us that this is an existing map or was an existing map, and they've added this, removed that, etc. So again, feel free to check that out, read that if you so wish to, but we will go and check this map out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes. This is the map, guys. So if you've played on Elm Creek, you're definitely gonna feel very familiar when we get to certain areas. I think it's been a long time since I've been on Elm Creek, but I think some areas are in the same place still. So we've got the train area down here, and there is the train actually. So that runs across the map like this, from west to east, like so. And also I remember the sawmill being up here somewhere like that. But here's the map. Anyway, we are down here. We are actually at this farm. I'm in new farmer mode. So this is what we get in that mode. 2 plots of land. So 53 is one plot. That's got the farmhouse on, a couple of sheds we'll see in a second. 54 grand just over. And then we've got this field here, 193 grand just over. Now the second farm is literally across the road from us. That comes with this big field here, which is like a meadow. That's 390 grand to buy that, but it will let you use all this stuff over here. So again, I'll show you that in a second. We can also sell it off if we don't want it, and that is without owning the land. So quite cool. Now the field prices vary. They are a little bit pricey, so I think this one here was the most expensive, just over 1 million for that. And then we've got some kind of smaller plots, 89 grand. There's probably something a little bit smaller than that. When you get up round the top here, a lot of the fields, so if I do that, there's quite a few fields here, but they come as one chunk, so it's still going to be a little bit pricey for you. So 309 grand there. And like I say, look, all this here, that comes as one plot, 186 grand. A couple of forestry areas. This is a very big forest area. That is 859 grand. There's one there for 196 grand. Now, any areas where there's sale points or productions, you could probably tell it is a lighter shade compared to everywhere else. We cannot buy that. So we can't buy that plot of land. Interestingly enough, I'm not quite sure why. We have 2 sale points here. We can buy that plot though, which we will see as we go around the map. What else do I need to tell you? It is all base game things, so all the productions, sale points, it is stuff we've seen base game. There is nothing modded in. There's no custom crops or anything like that. So pretty straightforward and standard. There's not even any collectibles on here. So there you go. No productions. There is contracts available on fields we don't own. There's no animal pens down as of yet, so none of that. Vehicles we'll look at in a second, and as I say, there's no custom crops, so that is all standard, and your crop calendar is the same as well. So that's about it. I was going to tell you something, I can't think what it was. Oh, that was it. There is a few plots of land, so like here, which we can't buy. It looks like a placeable area, and here they do have, and I'll show you some of these as an example, they do have sort of decorative buildings and houses on. I think they've been made to look like other farms areas, which is cool. It's good. I mean, we can actually buy that one, but you can't get rid of any of the buildings on there. So it's a little bit of a shame that we can't do that, and they're not sort of placeable areas, but it is what it is. It's what the map maker's done, so there we go. Right, we'll go through slot counts because, as I say, there's no mods at all. And the slot count is exactly the same across all 3 modes, because you do start off with exactly the same equipment. So it is 1,171 slots, all 3 modes, because you get this equipment in all 3 modes. We've got 3 medium tractors, we've got 2 John Deeres and a Massey Ferguson. We've got the Deutz harvester, a Lizard pickup, Valga trailer, header for your harvester, cultivator, a seeder, trailer for your header, and we've got a couple of 10 Winkle 750 kilogram weights. That is it. Now you can sell off all that equipment, get the slot count down to 1,071. What we can do is sell off everything here on this farm, then that slot count will reduce down to 1,055. But like I say, across the road we have the second farm, which we'll check out. A farmhouse, couple of sheds, weigh station, a hay loft, bale and pallet storage. We don't own this land, but it will allow you to sell all that off if you wish to. And again, if you do that with all the others combined, you can get the slot count down to 1,008, and then they become really flat open areas like so. But you can't get rid of the walls. The outside walls you can't seem to get rid of. But if you want to do that, you can get rid of all of that, and then you've got build your own sort of farm jobby. This probably will need sorting out though, because the style of that house, it reduces down to adding that little porch area, so that will need leveling or something. But I think apart from that, it's all pretty much the same level. But there we go. Right, what we'll do is we'll quickly show you up here. Sleep trigger, there's no wardrobe function. We will drive out and around. I don't think I need to show you anything else. No, it's very rare that I get let off with no mods and added in things. So there we go. Sheds, obviously there. We've got a couple of easy sheds up the back with some of our equipment in. So it's pretty plain looking, I guess you could say, not being too nasty. Silo over here, again obviously standard, so it's not a multi-fruit. We've got a water point over there like so, which is obviously going to charge you if you want to get water from there. There is obviously rivers on this map, so you could probably draw water from there for free. Didn't test that, but I'm guessing you can. Got another farmhouse here with a sleep trigger. We do have a weigh station there. Oh, there's 2 electric charge points there, look guys. Weigh station obviously does work. Got a methane out point there. We've got a jet wash, pressure washer, a fuel tank which we can fill up, a workshop just there. Whoa, hay loft just there. Over here is the pallet and bale storage, 250 that will hold. I will say it properly in a moment. And bear in mind, we don't own this plot of land, but it will allow us to use this shed with lights on, etc. So again, all base game things. Right, let's head on out. We're going to go straight down here across the train track. Let's hope that it's not coming again. Do have a rent a train point just there. And we're heading on down to this big complex over there. That is our first sell point. So like I say, you will definitely get the Elm Creek vibe as we're going around. Probably at this very first place, which is your feed and grain south sell point, which is just there. So a huge area. If we come out of there and then go down here, I do like this area though they've done. This is McKinley State Park, and like I say, I can't remember everything about Elm Creek. I didn't really play on it that much, but a lot of it is familiar to me. So if you have played on Elm Creek quite a lot of this is going to be more familiar to you than it is me. But quite a nice area here, bit of decoration, etc. A few houses dotted around, as you can see. But if we go up this way and into here, first production, this is carpentry, like so. And then you can go up underneath that bridge there. That bridge is for the train track, look, so we're now running alongside. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure from here, roughly over there, would have been where the shop is on Elm Creek, the store. And I think down here we had like a old abandoned sort of pig farm area, wasn't it? So again, straight across. This seems to be in the same spot as Elm Creek to me. Rent a train point just there. Obviously you're loading and unloading via train just there. The road seems to just abruptly stop there, not sure how I feel about that. And then your roadside loading and unloading is just in under here. We do have a lime buy point here. That is all we can buy from there, nothing else. If we head back out onto the road, we've got the grape processing unit just there. If we're driving here, we've got the debris crusher for selling your stones. And then up here on the right, we've got the oil mill. Like so, a few houses scattered around. That's round the wrong way really, isn't it? If we're in America, we should be going on that way. So we'll head on up this way because there's a production sort of tucked out the way, and then we'll have to come back on ourselves. And this over here is the bakery, as you can see, like so. Go back this way and swing a left just here. So there is traffic about, but you don't get traffic on these smaller sort of tracks up here, and there is people walking around in places as well, so we have got that. Right, this is the BGA, so we've got bunker silos just up the top, and it's on two sort of levels down here. And as per normal, this BGA is going to set you back 1.5 million. Now we are over here. That plot of land is darker, but we can't click on it. But once you buy the BGA, that will highlight in blue like this to show that you own that plot of land, and the BGA will be yours. We've got the biomethane point just there, and up the back here there's an electric charging point as well, just there. Carrying on out. And up. Around like this. So a few fields up here. Here's an example of one of the sort of areas you can see on the mini map. It looks like a placeable area, but it's got these buildings down, and because we can't buy that plot, we can't get rid of any of these buildings, so it's just purely sort of decorative, which is fine. On the right we have got our spinnery. Then just here we have a little sort of camp site area, I guess. So I think this is probably where the caves and that were. I can't quite remember. We do have the sign there saying Oak Hollow Caves, I remember that. But if we head down into here, we do have the animal dealer. So your dialogue box is just there. That's obviously going to show 0 because we don't have any pastures down. And then just round the back on this side we've got the animal dealer sale point, which is just here. So just across the fences here is another example of one of those areas which we can't buy up, but again it's just decorative, so we can't sell off that. Again, that'd be a nice sort of placeable area if we could. Right, head on out there. We are off to, where are we off to? Down this way. I do like this area up here though. We are kind of a bit elevated. There's an old barn there, watchtower. But obviously having no collectibles, there's no need for going sort of hunting, is there, for them? So if we go out this way, we've got a nice river there, look. So this is all pretty cool. Nice area. Some of the fields up this end of the map are quite challenging, because as you can see we're climbing up. And we've got the big forestry area on our left. A little bit of forestry to our right. In here though we do have our grain mill, so tipping in there by the production there, pallets will appear just there. And if we head on out of there, so again really nice views from up here. It almost feels like you go into that stone a little bit, I don't know, it could be just me. As you can see, a lot of sort of hilly fields over there in the distance. And there's some even more challenging ones just there. I think that field there we can see is pretty steep. Right, that's the back of the grain mill. If we carry on down, you can take that track there and it leads you up to all those other fields. Now, I do really like this road texture here. This feels such a smooth road, and I really like the way it sort of winds down and round with the forest on our left. But look at that, it just feels no clunkiness to it. I like that. I like that what they've done. So yeah, let's have a quick look at this sunflower field. Look, some of them are a bit steep. Nice. Okay, let's continue on round. We'll have a little recap in a moment to show you where we've been. So again, more sort of decorative areas to our left, over a nice wooden bridge with the river flowing underneath. And there is our traffic back. So this felt quite familiar to me when I was driving along here, and the entrance to the sawmill, which is where we're heading now. I just thought, yeah, that really does, just in here, look. There we go. Right, round the back we've got the wood chip out point just there, and then if we drive around the back to the front, we've got all the area for selling your wood and where your planks will appear, etc. So we'll have a quick look at the map. So obviously we started off in this farm, we went across to the second one, went down, feed and grain south, carpentry, up into the sort of train area, a couple of productions and sale points, bakery, into the BGA, all the way up to the top, spinnery, animal dealer, sale point, grain mill, all the way down this really nice road. We're now up into here, so we're going to carry on down, just taking these ones, and we're going to finish off down at the bottom corner there, like so. Let's head on out of the sawmill. Back to where all the traffic is. And we need to turn right where those cars are coming out of. Doesn't seem like they go the other way. I think they're just coming this way. So in here, and we're going into sort of more of a residential area again now, a few houses, and this is where you find your people walking around. They are a little bit sparse though, or sparse, whatever you say. It's a bit hit and miss where they appear. But I did see some earlier on my sort of look round. They were walking around these areas. But because we're recording, they're not going to appear, are they? Right, round the back here, we've got the grocer Y-Mart sale point. And then just here we've got the diner, as you can see. But that is our fast food restaurant sale point, which is round the back, like so. And then we'll head on. There we go, there's someone. Good day to you, sir. To scare the life out of him. Right, I'm supposed to stop there, but we'll carry on because we have a map tour to do. And if we turn left here, I'll cut through that way, that was a bit naughty. We've got the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant sale point, which is at the front. And we do still have the standard upside down cones and basketball if you want to play a bit of bowling for free. And then if we go down this road a little bit further, we've got the fire station there. This is our fuel station. Now what I will say is I only got the trigger coming up, the refuel point here on this side. I drove all round, I went in between them, I drove down this side, and it wasn't coming up in the help menu for refueling apart from this side. So if you come into here, you're wondering why you're not getting any fuel point coming up, it is down that one side by the look of it. Right, off we go. We're just going to need to go back on ourselves slightly because there's another, not that, that's someone's drive. Down here, too eager to turn into someone's driveway. But another sale point, this is going to be your Johnson's Farmers Market. So round the back, most of you will be familiar with this. We've got two separate sale points, one for grain, one for your pallets of produce, like so. Go back around and out. We sort of do a loop round, it brings us into the next sort of area, which is like a sort of industrial area again, and this feels quite familiar just with the layout. We've got the cereal factory there, and I remember just across the road was the dairy in Elm Creek, and there is the dairy like so. If we head on down, we are going to go over the train tracks itself because we're on a bridge. Train's literally just gone off up there, look. So there we go. And this is our other railroad silo. So this one is Grain West silo. So up the ramp there is where you tip in via your roadside, unloading here. If we go down the back and stop there, to have a rent-a-train point just down there, and then round the corner over there with the little icons, that's where you can load and unload via the train. So that's your other railroad silo. And one more thing left to see, and that is down here, and this is the South Valley Biomass Energy sale point. So you can sell wood chips, straw here, I think that's it, and that is just in here. So again, very familiar looking area. But that is it, guys. I think we've done the whole map. That is the Elm Rochester by AE Mapping, or Maping, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Hope you have all enjoyed it, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it. Always like to know how you feel about it, if you're going to give it a go or dismiss it. This is a pretty nice map though, and if you really enjoyed Elm Creek, I think you're going to enjoy this one. But if you have enjoyed it, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be fantastic. Don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.